So did I.
I don't trust the dead. Sorry.
Yes.
Everyone, this is Alfred. I work for him.
Alfred?
It's badass, Alfred.
Are you really you?
I'm really me, Ma.
I like the fact that they do not question how come he's here. I mean, he's Superman, but death is kind of absolute in a way. Victor is always jaded.
I had a dream, like a, I don't know, almost like a premonition.
Nightmare.
And he said to me, Lois Lane is the key. I think it's something more, something darker.
Prepare for his arrival.
Are we gonna have Darkseid on Earth? I'm really looking forward to seeing what the ending is gonna be like. If this is gonna be the same ending or not. Because so far the plot is the same, so. The Amazons have been pretty much chill ever since then. Same for the Kilians
With Barry's help, he'll break through the Unity's defenses.
Remind me, how's that again?
With the power of love.
Barry.
With a catastrophic energy surge.
Just have to knock a little louder.
Nice. Nice.
Kill him. Get to the carriage. Defend the Unity.
So he knows who he is.
Are you okay?
Get to the reactor. I'll lure as many of these monsters away from you as I can.
What does that mean?
Means move.
Get to the Unity.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that Batman's Batmobile. The sound design, the sound editing and everything is really off the charts. Sheer dumb luck. Yeah. Look at that! Yeah! Let's go!
You're welcome. Amen.
My man! It was nice knowing you. Love that jumpsuit. I have to say that Batman move is really great. The whole move really great.
Yeah, we got this.
Batman bombing stuff. Like the black suit.
Master Kent, now let's hope you're not too late.
That's asking for attention.
Remember me?
Jason Momoa has a really great charm. Funny.
Why did you abandon your own sisters?
Oh, preying on fears already. I really love how they're playing with the music, passing from one thing to another. Oh. Oh. That's some power. It's gonna explode.
Barry, are you okay?
I got the wind knocked out of me. Need a few seconds, that's all.
Mighty knockdowns. Oh. There they are. It's like this vision of doom. Is he gonna go through time?
Far beyond the speed of light. You gotta break the rule, Barry, and you've gotta do it now. One of the best of the best.
Really great visuals. Damn visual effects.
I'm not broken.
Oh. Ho ho ho! Was wow! Crushed his head.
Steppenwolf would fail.
Oh, what now? What now?
Anti-life is found.
Oh, yes.
And we will stop at nothing to possess it.
Darkseid and Darkseid's relationship really remind me of Megatron and Starscream's. Flash. Oh.
Your father, twice over.
6 chairs, right there.
But room for more.
My boy! Told him nothing he knows.
Tell him nothing he knows.
How did you get the house back from the bank?
I bought the bank.
It's time.
Damn.
Come on, Luther, let's go. All right, stop joking around, Luther. I'm gonna have to come in there.
Pretty sure you shouldn't. I love Luther's team. Oh, it's not Luther. Deathstroke.
Welcome aboard. His name is Bruce Wayne.
We're almost there.
Well,
Hey, everybody.
open much longer.
Let him come. I'll stab this through his heart for what he did, Arthur.
Okay, we're in a future thing.
Who have you ever loved?
That's a low blow. Oh, Suicide Squad.
He knows exactly what it's like to lose someone he loves.
Be very careful with the next thing you say.
Like an adopted son.
That low blow.
And if you cross that line, I swear to God.
Before what, Bruce? Kill me? Poor Lois. How she suffered so?
Because when I held Harley Quinn and she was bleeding and dying, then when I killed you, then I do it slow.
Mm-hmm.
You're good.
The return of the not so great god, eh?
Can I help you?
Your mother and father would be proud. And some have called me the Martian Manhunter.
I'm not that familiar with that name, I have to say. Well, I think it's safe to say that that we've had our money's worth. Really not disappointed by the Snyder cut of Justice League. I'm really pleased by the opportunity we've had to delve a little bit more into the character of Cyborg, as I was really interested to see what was going to be his take for this cinematic universe. Really pleased by Darkseid, really pleased as well, really intrigued by the implication that the presence or not of Darkseid really had on Steppenwolf's character, because I definitely felt like I remember enough, you know, the 2017 version to feel the difference in the way that the Steppenwolf character was being portrayed, because in 2017 he was the big bad guy, while here he's only but a minion of Darkseid, whose presence is really being built up to us, just like Thanos was for the MCU, and it really did not disappoint. I guess I'm gonna give you all an appointment for in a decade when we have Justice League #2, or I don't know what's going to be the follow-up to this narrative, but there's a lot of promises. Now I'm just going to start with the end, because this is, well, what we just saw. The epilogue was a little long in my opinion. There were a little bit of unnecessary stuff. It's great that he's given them, you know, because give us the more. Too much is always better than not enough, so give us too much. But yeah, it was a little too more, I felt like, especially maybe the nightmare at the end. It was a little too much. I would have liked maybe it to be a little more enigmatic. It was already quite enigmatic, but I would have rather liked it to be more of a teaser really than a proof of concept, because it really felt like a proof of concept. So there's that. But apart from that, I really love the movie. I really love the narrative. I really love the art of the whole movie, the visual style of the movie. The sound was amazing. Really, on a directing standpoint, Zack Snyder is top of his game. Still, scenario-wise, there were some things that still bothered me a little bit, especially the power of love thing with Clark Kent. You know, I wasn't that a big fan of it. Wasn't a big fan of the sulking Cyborg. And don't get me wrong, because I see he's a sulking boy. What he has to go through, you know, psychologically is really hard. But I would have expected to go a little further than that, you know, not to play on the fact that everybody thinks that they're so miserable and that nobody else is as miserable as them, or You know, because we've had him sulking, we've had Arthur sulking. Everybody was sulking, really. The only one not sulking was Gal Gadot and Ben Affleck. So in the movie, so it was a little heavy. And Barry, really, Ezra Miller is cut out for this job. Really great. But yeah, so there were these little tidbits, but apart from that, I really loved the whole narrative, really loved how things played out. The story itself did not really change much from the Whedon cut, which is good to know that they rather respected that. But yeah, it's really a great opportunity to see what can be made so different through editing, and because you could make really different stories, and there's been other stories like this where movies could have been saved and for others ruined in editing. Screenwriters who've been called back to redo a movie or things like that, aka Rogue One. But apart from the whole drama surrounding the movie, if I'm just to take that movie as itself, now I'm forgetting about the 2017 version, which I suppose is gonna fall into a dip bit. That movie was really tremendous, but yeah, it was a little long, 4 hours. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I struggled a little bit keeping my attention. Well, maybe it's because of the fact that I haven't had much sleep in the past few days, week, I don't know, but yeah, 4 hours, it's really hard to get there, especially when there's so much happening, you know. It's really packed. We go from 0 to 3,000. It's really packed. It's selling a lot of stuff, a lot of new stuff. And this is where maybe in my opinion that I'm a little disappointed with the DCU, because here we get introduced to Cyborg. We get introduced to a lot of things. And if I recall, Aquaman movie came out after the 2017 version, so now I'm taking out the fact that this one is being released in 2021 because it was supposed to be released in 2017. So yeah, we were being introduced to a lot of new characters, or in a new way, and a lot of, you know, it's a lot of taking in a single movie, where I think that the MCU, they took it step by step by introducing characters in standalone movies and then introducing them in crossover movies, and I think it worked better. It was more organic. It makes for more budget, of course, and it makes for a better audience engagement, but in a 4-hour movie, it's really, really heavy to pack all in. I think they've I wouldn't know to say if this added my very first time with discovering this storyline. I don't know if I would have coped as well. So I'm really interested to maybe hear about if some of you guys are seeing the Justice League movie for the very first time. If you haven't seen the 2017 version, I'm really interested into having your opinion about this movie, because of course during the whole reaction I've been comparing the two as like I could, and that was kind of part of the game, really. But I'm really curious to see for a new viewer to the DCU how it must have felt like. Did it feel really well, it must have felt pretty complete, because I think, yeah, Snyder's put in there everything that he wanted to put, so it is pretty complete. But did it feel really nice to you? Really, did it go well for you, is my question. Or did some things really felt that you couldn't digest them, or I don't know. So yeah. Regarding Lois Lane, I really loved her involvement. By the way, Amy Adams, really loved her in this role. And I really love the fact that we had her in the beginning, you know, and throughout the movie until the end. And yeah, that kind of disappoints me that she was only in the end reduced to this element that would make Superman come back, you know. They've teased us with the fact that she's, you know, well, here's the thing. I'm kind of disappointed that they've teased us like Lois Lane, like Bruce Wayne talks about the nightmare where he sees Barry and saying Lois Lane is the key, and then at the end you by the epilogue you figure out what that means and what's happened. I would have rather liked the mystery, you know, to go on, and would have made like a really nice little teaser for future movies to come. Now it's almost like, well, we know what's going to be happening, we know what the story is going to be like. There's no mystery, so that little thing. But apart from that, yes, it goes along with the love story between Clark and Lois. I didn't really much like here this portrayal. Don't get me wrong, I really love the actors, but I didn't think that the fact that, you know, Superman is confused and so he acts all badly, and then the fact that just seeing Lois is gonna bring him back, like, this is something that it's not something that I don't, it's not that I don't believe in the power of love. I surely do. If you have seen my anime movie reactions, you must know that I do. But it is how it was done here. It was a little too magical and too snappy, you know, to really feel that compelling. I wasn't compelled by this love story. And while I am quite compelled by the Diana's story, although I have to say Diana is talking a little bit too much about, what was his name? Chris Evans' character. I don't remember his character's name. Chris Pine. Chris Evans? Chris Pine. No, Chris Pine, sorry. Too many Chris's in superhero films. So yeah. She talks about him a little too much, in my opinion, from the Wonder Woman movies to the Dawn of Justice movies to this movie. She talks about him all the time. Like, I mean, come on, girl, you've lived 5,000 years. Some people are quite important, you know, but you don't have to bring them every other month. It's a little, or every other movie, for that matter. It's a little redundant, and it reduces your character to a single obsession, and I found that a little sad, really. It doesn't take away from them all the greatness that they have on other fields, but these things are really, I would say, a black spot for me in their characters. Just like Cyborg was so angry at his father, and then at the moment that he realizes that he loves his father is gonna die, and he's gonna feel bad. You know, it's tropes like these that feel a little contrived, and it doesn't really suit me. Maybe people like it, maybe, I don't know, but it didn't really suit me. Or maybe it's because, you know, the movie came in 2017 and we've had movies in the midst. Maybe I'm looking this with a new eye in light of recent movies or TV shows I may have been looking in the meantime. Maybe that movie would have came in 2017, I would have felt pretty much different because I would have seen other stuff by this, and maybe my eye has changed through the years because obviously in 2017 I wasn't studying filmmaking yet, so my eyes back then could have been really different, and I may have had maybe a different appreciation, and so I'm comparing it with these thoughts that I had before, or I don't know really, but I may be totally biased on my opinion, yet this is my opinion. And but yeah, overall Really loved the movie, really enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to rush onto YouTube to see for all the comparisons and what changed really from a movie to another one, because obviously I didn't have a map with me here to say, oh yeah, that scene changed, obviously. But I had a different vibe from this movie. So the IMAX ratio 4:3, sorry, was really nice. Really nice. Never thought that I'd see a movie in this ratio on my screen at home, but it really felt nice. On the paper, it might be weird to say we're going to see a superhero movie in 2021 in 4:3, but it really played out really well. Really enjoyed this, and really great. Gave a certain panache to the whole movie. Another thing that I really loved, the color palette. The color palette was way darker, even I think, than the 2017 version. The DCU itself is, generally speaking, more is darker than the MCU, and this is maybe what I like most about the DCU over the MCU is the darker tone. It's more crude, and I like this. I like this. So I'm really interested to seeing more of all of these characters, because they're all interesting, you know. Batman, Wonder Woman might be my favorite. Barry, really interesting. Aquaman, Superman, you know. I don't hate these characters, you know. I just think there are some black spots in their characters that could be more expanded on and a little more complexified, but they're all great bases, you know. They have all great backgrounds, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. So I'm really hoping that the DCU is going to bring that to us pretty soon. I don't know if there's a new movie been announced yet, what's going to be next. Not sure. I don't know if Zack Snyder is going to still be working on the franchise. But I really would like to. I mean, Zack Snyder and superhero movies, it's his jam, and he's doing pretty well. Well, I have no particular complaint against his rendition of any kind of superhero movies, and this Justice League really is a really great movie, and I think can be really proud of him. So thank you very much. That was my reaction to Zack Snyder's Justice League. I hope that you enjoyed that. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of it. If there's a better, if there's something that you rather liked about this one, or maybe, oh, that would be interesting. Tell me if there are individuals amongst you who prefer the 2017 version. I would be really interested to know if there are, because the general consensus is obviously that the Zack Snyder cut is better, but I'm really curious to see if there may be some of you out there who prefer the Joss Whedon version. That would be interesting to have a little talk, so don't hesitate really to pop down below in the comments and to let me know. I happily reply to as many comments as I can. And yeah, hit the thumb up, and I'm gonna be seeing you in my next movie reaction or TV reaction. Really, I do a lot of things on the channel. Feel free to go visit. Thank you very much. Take care, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.